You're listening to DraftKings Network.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check the Jumbotron first, before attempting to eat a stack of Supreme nachos in one bite. Now you're just a meme that everyone shares on game day. Checking first is smart, so check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Now's a good time to remember where tequila's story truly began. In 1795, Cuervo invented tequila.
Cuervo.
What are you doing here?
Cuervo. Anytime someone says Cuervo, I show up.
Well, I do know that to be true, but even during ad reads, like...
Cuervo.
I think you could lay out, especially for one of our great partners.
Sweet, delicious Cuervo.
Since then, Cuervo has stayed true to its roots. The same family, the same land, the same passion.
Cuervo.
So, enjoy the tequila that started it all. Cuervo.
Cuervo.
The tequila that invented tequila. Proximo. Cuervo.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cuervo.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
As I get older, two things happen to me with my relationship with baseball. Number one is I don't know what's happening. I don't watch any of these games. Most of the names I recognize are the sons of players that I knew from a yesteryear, right? And at the same time, I've discovered a deep love and affection and a desire for my Instagram algorithm to continue giving me baseball videos. Like these videos of like Barry Bonds talking about the good old days and Greg Maddux and like all that stuff. I'm here for all of it. I was watching one about Ken Griffey Jr. talking about like the first time he turned his hat backwards or whatever. I'm fascinated by all this stuff. I love it when it pops up into my thing. Sometimes they're talking about like stuff that happened in AAA. And
So is this just is this just an extended version of the 90s baseball game? Is it just because of nostalgia? Or could it be like a player from 2015 telling you a story and you're like, okay with it?
Sometimes it's a player from 2015 telling a story. I just like the stories. The stories are really interesting. It seems like baseball players have interesting stories.
Do you think it's because you're now like learning something about the game as they're telling you that story? No. Because you maybe don't know it on that intimate of level to where they're giving you their expertise? Or is this just they're good storytellers? Because to me, this is sort of similar to how like there are a lot of basketball fans who tangentially follow it only through trades and rumors and aren't actually watching basketball.
Right. Yeah, no, it's absolutely the same variety as that. I guess the basketball equivalent would be, imagine if someone discovered basketball or rediscovered their love of basketball through Jeff Teague stories. Like, it's not even like you grew up on Jeff Teague playing, but Jeff Teague telling stories about things that happened, and then he walked into practice.
It doesn't even have to be Jeff Teague to me, because, like, I'm watching videos, and it's like, wow, this Tom Gugliotta guy was a problem, and they basically just like break down his entire game.
I don't
like, Tom Gugliotta.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you said Barry Bonds earlier. You gonna go with Jeff Teague as a comparison?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Like, my thing is this. I just use Barry Bonds because it's on the sheet, and that's the video we're gonna throw it to in a second. But it's not what Izzy just said. I could care less about and this is why Jeff Conine was so good. Look at his location. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for any of that. I don't care. But I do care about Jeff Conine telling a story about how one time I was getting drunk with John Rocker, and then so and so.
What?
Like, I know. I'm just saying, like, whatever names, or sometimes it could be names that I don't know. It was Mike Chibiata, and Mike Chibiata came in and said, "Hey, man, who took my pizza?" And like,
so what you're saying is like Rob Nen needs a podcast.
Is he a good storyteller?
I don't know.
Well,
but one of that level of player, like we need like a Jeff Teague caliber of player, a former big leaguer who was either a borderline all-star or an all-star once or twice, that type of level of big leaguer. If a few of those guys started podcasts and just had a bunch of old big leaguers coming back, Joey Votto actually would be the guy to do
Kevin
this.
Millar.
Ooh, Kevin Millar's a fun
exactly
one.
I've seen him on what's his name podcast with Julian Edelman's podcast, and he seems to have
Millar's
good stories.
Great.
He seems to have good stories.
Because he's played with so many like legends of the game, and was part of the 2004 Red Sox, so he's got that whole tie.
Is there any way I can learn more about that team?
Yeah, you can watch a documentary about it. It was
Where?
produced by Metal Arc Media on Netflix.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What's this Barry Bonds video?
So apparently, and I'm going to let the video guys cue it up, but there's a video about Barry Bonds talking about hitting 100 mile per hour fastballs. And to me, it's like, see, the exception to your Gugliotta thing is I saw a series of videos that T-Mac was doing like 2 months ago. He did like 3 or 4 of them, and then he stopped. But it was basically like, this is what I was looking for every single time. The moment the defender does, like, if it's Tom Gugliotta telling me this, now I'm in. But if it's like some nerd who's trying to tell me, like, I watched every single Tom Gugliotta game. Like, I don't care about people breaking
But it wasn't, and by the way, we're going to have to vamp for a while because I was just told nowhere back there is this video.
Why do we have a sheet?
But the thing that gets me about those videos, is just the wow factor. They're like awed. It's like when you have these like kids listen to like Nirvana for the first time or Smells Like Teen Spirit. They're like, wow, this is a banger. And so they're just like, oh my goodness, look at this Gugliotta. He had a drop step. He had a jumper. I was like, come on. Like,
I hate those videos too. I hate those videos too.
Why?
Where it's like, kid listens to Enter the Sandman for the first time. Like, okay, whoa. Like, oh, shut up. You've heard this song before.
Juan Soto was on a podcast with 2 other Hispanic guys, and they were talking in Spanish, so Juan was able to actually like go through things.
Are we sure
in,
it
his
wasn't
native
Paul
language.
Goldschmidt?
It was 100% Juan Soto.
Clean-shaven Paul Goldschmidt.
It wasn't, because he was throwing in Dominican slang, which I thought at that time Paul Goldschmidt, that picture of him was Dominican, but it wasn't. So Soto's talking about an at-bat that he had against the Guardians in the playoffs or something. And he's talking about how a guy threw him a slider this way and he waited. He hit a foul ball. He threw him the nastiest changeup he had ever seen. He swung it, hit the foul ball. And he knew at that point, okay, I got you. You threw me your best 2 pitches. There's nothing that you can do. So he's like, all right, I sat on the slider. It came back. He's like, the only one they hadn't thrown me was the fastball. So he threw it up and I smacked it out of the park. So he's talking about it with these 2 guys, and he's like, I knew exactly when he threw me that changeup that was the nastiest pitch I've seen, and I hit it, it was over for him.
This is what I was saying, Amin, about like learning about the game, because I think part of this is when you hear these stories, when you hear these guys talk about singular at-bats that they remember, there was this documentary with Barry Bonds and Greg Maddux where it was really about, it was a Greg Maddux documentary on MLB Network, but they broke down this singular at-bat where he gave up a home run to Barry Bonds. And it was a similar conversation to what you're talking about, Tony, where they're going through each pitch and the sequencing and why they know, all right, now the count is 2-1. This is the pitch he's going to throw me. It's why I'm going to hit a home run. And these are the things that if you're just, watching the game casually and don't really know, you don't understand like the chess match that's happening each pitch, where Greg Maddux was not only setting up a singular at-bat, he's throwing pitches in the first at-bat so that when he faces Barry Bonds the 3rd time in the game in the 7th inning, he has him off balance. That's the stuff that, to me, like, I eat up.
See, Jeremy, but like you're like, did you learn anything? I'm like, it's not about learning. It's just I like hearing these 2 great players tell me the story of how they navigated this thing.
Right.
And so we've got the video queued up. He's actually talking to Stack and Matt Barnes on All the Smoke.
100-mile fastballs pitched to you today. You hitting any of them out?
100? That's easy.
Right now, today.
I don't care how hard you throw a baseball.
They gone.
There ain't no way you can throw a baseball 66 I can't just do like this. If there's a catcher behind home plate that sits like this,
I agree with him.
When you throw 100 miles down, he just go like this. Boom,
I agree with him.
Boom. All I did was change this object to a bat. Boom. Boom. I ain't got to change nothing. I just changed the object.
Right now.
Now, if you're asking me to do something spectacular, that would take time for my body to get used to it at 60.
But just going up there.
But to go up there and hit it,
like
I don't care how hard you throw it.
Yeah.
As long as I can see it, I hit it.
How good is his eyesight?
Is that the insight that you were like, are you shocked by that? Like I can just put a bat in front of a 100-mile-per-hour pitch and it'll go the distance?
Well, he didn't say go the distance. He said hit it.
No, put bat on ball. I mean, you could bunt it.
Yeah, he said I can hit 100 mile per hour.
Is it an age thing too? Like him at 60 still being able to do it? Because like Dr. J, famously on his birthday every year goes and dunks it to prove he can dunk it.
Marcus Johnson
Not
too.
every year.
Well,
It's been a little bit for Dr. J doing the dunk.
come on.
Marcus Johnson does that every year.
Well, Dr. J is trying to pretend like we ain't noticed.
So he's lost his step. Is that what you're saying?
75 years old or
Prove
whatever he
it,
is.
prove it, Dr. J.
Juju, put it on
Prove
the poll. Has Dr. J lost his step?
I'm just saying, it used to be an annual thing. I guess lockdown, but it's a different Dr. J now, and he's trying to pretend like the last memory of Dr. J is Duncan for Tony. Just saying. Maybe he's tried and he failed, and he's like, let's not put that one out.
Of course, you wouldn't like that. Yes, you just stop doing the video.
I can't do it anymore, guys.
Be honest. He's like, okay, the year is 63. When you're 63, you can't dunk anymore.
Well, guess
it would be helpful.
Let's have Dr. J on as a guest. Matt Sullivan, get us Dr. J as a guest so we can just ask him one question and he can go on his way.
When was it? I mean, this is a very important data point for
the last
ballers
time.
like Tony and I.
How old is Marcus Johnson? Is it Marquez or Marcus?
Marcus Johnson is. He's got to be around Dr. J's age, maybe a little younger. He's a little younger because his prime was in the 80s and Dr. J's was in the 70s. So whatever Dr. J is, he's probably about 10 years,
How tall is he
10 years
now?
younger. Marcus Johnson, still like 6'8".
How tall is Dr. J?
6'6".
Are we sure? Because don't we shrink a little bit as we get
Gravity
to those
gets
ages?
us on the way down. Yeah.
Marcus Johnson
those 2
is
inches
69 years old.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can this is a video I know we have already. So
look, there's Dr. J dunking at
74, guys.
74.
Yeah, but how old is that video?
How old is Dr. J right now?
That's a good way to do this.
That's how we do math.
You are a sleuth. Hang on.
He is 75 years old.
Last year.
That was last year.
Last year,
Let's
Mike.
go.
No. Where was the video from 75 years old?
That video is from 6 months ago. Can we check how tall the rim is, though? How high it is?
Oh, it's not 10.
What are you
It's
doing
10.
there? What are
He
you
turned
doing?
75 on February 22nd. So
didn't see the video.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's been cold.
It has been cold.
It's
Even
been
though
cold.
he's at a
It's been
gym.
a bit chilly. Yeah.
He's like Stugotz. He's got
What's the weather?
weather?
I need the video because now the age is 75. That's a tipping point.
I also believe entirely in what Barry Bonds is saying, by the way.
All you got to do is see it, right?
I think Barry Bonds, probably on 5 teams in baseball, could be a designated hitter against right-handed pitching. Because in the modern
he knew what
modern
was
game,
coming.
if his eyes are still the same as they were. Because this game has become so much about home run, strikeout, or walk. And he had the greatest eye in the history of the sport. So at the very least, he'd basically go first pitch swinging on fastballs and try to occasionally hit one out. He might hit 10 homers in a season by lucking into it. But his eye was so incredible that I bet his on-base percentage could be good enough that there are some teams in which he could be an effective designated hitter against right-handed pitching only.
They are not going to walk him.
You don't think so?
No.
All right.
Jeremy, what Jeremy's doing is the old Bill Russell, which is someone's asked Bill Russell once, like, hey, how would you do in today's game? And Bill Russell said, probably about like 12 points, maybe 10 or 11 rebounds. And the guy's like, wow, like you think the speed of the game would affect you that much in the athleticism of the modern game? He's like, well, yeah, I'm 75 years old.
Exactly.
Right? That's what you're doing right there. It's like, Barry Bonds, how would you do in today's game? Probably about 10 homers. Really?
You forget how good he was,
Dude,
man.
But like that's the thing I wish I had a large enough show where I could be like, we're gonna get Barry Bonds as a guest, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do an eye chart. And I'm just gonna be like, yo, read the lowest line that you can. I want to know how good his eyes are.
This is a weird sports science reboot.
I know, right?
It's that and forcing a 75-year-old Dr. J
to dunk
because his annual video is 3 weeks late.
There you go.
By the way, we can't let Jeremy get away with people don't remember how good Barry Bonds
People don't
was.
remember. No matter how good he is, you can't remember how good he was.
Just listen to this
People
show
don't remember
mention
how good
Barry
he was.
Bonds, and Dan will go on a
People don't remember.
diatribe.
Well, Dan remembers.
Yeah.
Like
Only
that. That's like the North remembers.
People forget
right?
Muhammad Ali, good boxer.
Yeah.
People do forget. Hey, guys, I did my annual thing. Speaking of things that happen annually. Every year, roughly around this time, on the other side of the All-Star break, before we get to the playoffs.
Can we put it on the poll?
Sure.
Do people forget how good of a baseball
Yes.
Barry Bonds
What
was?
I've realized is what I meant to say was in his last season when his body was breaking down and all of that. But I realized that what I now said was, people don't remember that the greatest hitter of all time was good at baseball.
That Gretzky guy.
That now takes over for Stugotz.
That's on me.
Wow, they won some stuff in Edmonton, huh? People don't remember that.
No. Did he say that for real?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Even though Wayne Gretzky is the GOAT, he should know everything about the GOATs. People don't remember. He won in Edmonton.
People don't remember. I always feel like it's code for I don't remember sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're doing. You're like, I
lump
forgot.
everybody in there.
Yeah. It's in everyone else. It's like when Dan asks, why aren't people asking
I'm going to find some
questions?
stats from that last season so you guys can see what I was talking about.
Okay, the video that we played was from 11 years ago.
Of Dr. J?
Of Dr. J. That wasn't when he was 74. That was when he was 63 years old.
Wow.
So,
Who's out here doctoring video?
well, that was a real video. I get the joke. That was a real video, but he wasn't 74 when he did it.
See, can't believe everything you see on the internet, kids.
Update for me, it was uploaded 6 months ago, not taken 6 months ago. Apologies, America.
If you're a pet parent like me, you know about Chewy. When they say they have everything you need to keep your pet healthy and happy, they're not messing around. Oh, look at this good boy and good girl over here taking an early morning siesta after their breakfast with the food we got from Chewy. Hassle-free, with AutoShip. To keep Dopey happy, Chewy offers over 100,000 products from brands my pets love, at prices I love too. Foods, treats, toys, beds, you name it, they've got it. To keep Izzy healthy, Chewy's got me covered with pet prescriptions, insurance, telehealth vet visits, and even vet clinics rolling out nationwide. My favorite feature? AutoShip. I never run out of essentials like food or litter. And I can update or cancel anytime, so no guilt trips from Dopey or Izzy. And everything ships right to your door in just 1 to 2 days. Oh, and Chewy isn't just for dogs and cats. They've got birds, fish, reptiles, and more covered too. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. Right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/Dan. That's chewy.com/Dan to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. chewy.com/DAN. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Howdy, folks. It's Mike Ryan. Want to responsibly speak to you about my favorite time, Miller time. Look, a lot of things are coming back in the season. MLS is back. P's and C's in the MLB. You know who puts the ML in those sports? Miller Lite. That's right, from basketball to hockey to game night. Winter means more moments with the coolest people in your life. Make these moments even better with Miller Lite, the greatest tasting light beer for people like you and me who love their beer. Now's the perfect time for friends, family, and a great tasting light beer. Tastes like Miller time! And it's got taste that you know you can depend on. No games, no gimmicks, just great beer for people who love their beer because it's brewed for taste. It just hits different than other light beers because of simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors and that iconic golden color. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Tastes like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
If you're a pet parent like me, you know about Chewy. When they say they have everything you need to keep your pet healthy and happy, they're not messing around. Oh, look at this good boy and good girl over here taking an early morning siesta after their breakfast with the food we got from Chewy. Hassle-free, with AutoShip. To keep Dopey happy, Chewy offers over 100,000 products from brands my pets love, at prices I love too. Foods, treats, toys, beds, you name it, they've got it. To keep Izzy healthy, Chewy's got me covered with pet prescriptions, insurance, telehealth vet visits, and even vet clinics rolling out nationwide. My favorite feature? AutoShip. I never run out of essentials like food or litter. And I can update or cancel anytime, so no guilt trips from Dopey or Izzy. And everything ships right to your door in just 1 to 2 days. Oh, and Chewy isn't just for dogs and cats. They've got birds, fish, reptiles, and more covered too. Chewy has everything you need to keep your pet happy and healthy. Right now, you can save $20 on your first order and get free shipping by going to chewy.com/Dan. That's chewy.com/Dan to save $20 on your first order with free shipping. chewy.com/DAN. Minimum purchase required. New customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See site for complete details.
Dan Batard.
Sugar daddies. These things, I'm telling you.
I love sugar daddies.
They get stuck in your teeth. Like, you can't chew them. They're like impossible to chew. They are impossible to chew.
Every day. Stugotz.
Hell yeah, brother.
This is the Dan Batard Show with the Stugotz.
There is a video that I know is relatively recent. We just got right, by that video. I got so bad, and I'm so glad that Tony's wearing a Team USA hat because it made me think of it. We touched on it at the top of Oddball, so sorry about repeats here if you've heard this. But, Mike, you tell me, should we play the video that has a fake element to it first and then explain why I got? I don't even have to explain it. It'll be very easily. Or should we explain it first and then play the video?
Play the fake video.
Play the fake video.
It's a real video.
It's a real video.
It's a real video.
It's a real video.
Fake elements.
There's
a fake element in
There's
there.
a fake element in the video, and I believe that whoever put this out decided to wait a good amount of time from the Olympics until now because I'll give you a little insight into what the video is. I believe I saw the video during the Olympics.
Yes.
Okay. I believe I saw it, and it was not memorable.
Yes.
Right. So that's why when I saw what I saw the other day, I was like, okay, I don't remember any of these answers. I don't remember the video at all. And then by the end of it, I was still certain that it was like I shared it with like my sister. I shared it with Anthony, and I was just like, "This is wild." And I'm vamping here because we don't have the video yet. But this is how badly I got though, because as I'm talking about it, the first person I told it to knew. It was one of the producers on Oddball. He knew exactly what I was talking about. He let me get to the end of the story before he was like, yeah.
That's how you found out it was not real?
That's how I found out.
I thought you just knew because by the end of the video, it's pretty obvious.
Play the video.
Play the video.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
19 years old. Freshman in college. It took me that long. Davidson College. Feed 2 hands. It was a loud day on campus that day.
I started late. Yeah, I started late.
17? Probably the last one here.
14? No, that's cap. 15. 15 going on 16. It was the summer before my sophomore year. My dad has it on video.
2 years old? Nah, I was 14. Yeah, 14. I was 13 years old. 13? 13. I'm 13. 13 years old. 12? 12 or 13? Let me know.
11? How tall were you at 11?
Probably 6'6".
I was so floored. I was like, well, wait, here, let me give you my thinking on this, all right? So for those who don't know, wait, is it obvious what the actual question was to everybody?
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
So when
Ron's lying.
When I first watched the video, I'm saying to myself, oh, they're obviously starting with Steph. Because if Steph answers the question, everybody else will answer the question, right? So I'm like, okay, Steph, and this one where Amin got me with the 2 hands, 2 feet. I'm thinking it's just he's just counting how old he is on both hands. He needs both hands and both feet to count how old he is. The part that I didn't listen to is a loud day on campus that day, which I should have said. Why does all of campus know that Steph Curry has lost his virginity
Giveaway
today?
was just how cool they were with the question. Steph was like, yeah, no, this is like a regular post-game question.
Exactly. And then here's the other dead giveaway. When Tyrese Halliburton said that my dad has video of it, but I'd also heard some weird shit about his dad, so I was like, wait, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna have to see the video.
Fired. What happened there?
This is how Izzy imagined it, right? It's like, that's my boy. That's my. You get him, Tyrese.
No, I actually
turn around. Turn around.
I had it as an accidental recording, and his dad was like, "Well, I'm just gonna keep it."
Oh, it's like, all right, it's time to watch Back to the Future 2.
Oh God.
This isn't Back to the Future 2. Who burned over my DVD?
Oddly enough, the one person where it was like a split second where I was like, wait a second, that couldn't possibly be true, or he couldn't possibly have answered it that casually, was Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant doesn't share this type of stuff. He was just like, yeah, 13. And I was like, wait a second. But then the way my heart dropped when they got to Bam, and Bam said 11, and I was like, oh. Bam!
Sex crimes.
Clutching your pearls.
And then the follow-up, if I had pearls, so clutched. The follow-up was really where it should have gotten me. The follow-up on Bam being, how tall were you when you were 11? I was just like, that's not my follow-up question, but whatever. And yeah, the question was, how old were you when you first dunked? And when you hear that, you realize how stupid I feel. But I honestly, I wanted that moment. I want to be able to be fooled. I wanted that clutching pearls moment from Bam, and I was like, I'm glad that I got faked out there because it was totally worth it. Now I just have to tell my sister that that's not real.
So 2 things. Number 1, again, the number of answers that were just like, this doesn't fit for the question posted, right?
Or does it?
Number 2, the fact that when you listen to the beginning of the video, it's clearly a dub over, right? It's complete different sound quality. Clear? It's very clear.
When you're on the toilet and you don't have headphones in, how is that clear?
Okay, maybe without cans.
A little echoey in the bathroom.
It all sounds the same.
But number 3, again, the number of lines in there: 2 hands, 2 feet. Loud day on campus. My dad has tape of it.
The loud day on campus might have slipped past
I'll tell you the
ears.
one that sold me for a second was when Embiid said 17 and the other guy says he's a late starter.
Yeah, he's a late
and
starter.
2 hands, 2 feet. 2 hands, 2 feet. I was like, how is this happening?
No, you guys have that as a pose that I was thinking he was 2 hands, 2 feet, and
that's
thrusting.
exactly.
I mean, it's obvious to me. It's like counting how old he was. He needs both hands and both feet.
That would have never
19.
crossed my mind, counting with hands and toes on how old I was.
It's really, in terms of the brilliance of the video, what Izzy described is exactly what the ball sacks and the centels are going for. It's like, it can't just be fake. It has to be fake, but something that you would believe to be real. Right? The idea that Steph Curry wouldn't lose his virginity till he got to Davidson.
And the way he said it, like he was ashamed in his face.
Yeah.
He was like 19. It's crazy.
You want to believe, right? Like the X-Files. I want to believe, right? The other thing is, it's perfect. Like this is one of the best viral videos because this person watched the video and said, I'm just going to dub one line in there. And then let the rest of the video do the work. It is brilliant. As opposed to, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the deep fakes that happen. It's like, it'll be like a Draymond Green press conference and he'll say outlandish stuff. Yeah. And guess what, guys? I found out how to suss out a deep fake.
The teeth?
No. It's the voice. The voice has no intonation. It is always at the same kind of thing. Yeah, and then I slapped him and I slapped his mom, and that's how I feel. And it sounds exactly like them, but it's like, there's never any inflections or anything like that. So I figured out how to avoid being deepfaked. It's just to talk wildly and then go quiet. That's why Stephen A. Smith talks the way he does. Because that way he can't get deepfaked.
The GOAT.
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant tell. I'm telling you.
So you're saying Stephen A. was ahead of the game?
He was ahead of the game.
AI. He was
ahead
like,
of
wait
AI.
till AI gets here. I got something for him.
He was like the bad guy in Madam Web, saying like, one day they're going to figure out the technology how to find people, and when they do, I'll find these people and kill them first.
Everyone gets the reference.
I mean, I was about to say Madam Web.
Madam Web.
A huge box office smash.
Hey, man.
Critical acclaim.
What?
It was like a
file.
You filed that?
I filed Madam Web, yeah.
I didn't finish it.
I don't like Dakota Johnson is what I found out.
Yeah, same.
She's a little smug. I don't like her
A
smugness.
little. Yeah, that's her thing. But there were more problems than just Dakota
Were
Johnson.
there?
Yeah. Were you reminded enough that it was like about 20 years ago in that film? I don't think there were enough pop culture references to establish that.
I thought that was
What'd you think
a
of Idol
Charlotte's Web
last night?
sequel.
Of who?
What'd you think of Idol last night?
Idol?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all the thing. You threw me off because I'm like, isn't Idol on? Like Lionel Richie is one of the guest hosts, or not even the guest hosts. He's one of the hosts.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie and who else?
Luke Bryan, Katy Perry.
Carrie Underwood.
Oh, really?
You guys are
Katy
locked
Perry's
in,
off?
dude. Damn.
Carrie Underwood's back now.
Because Katy Perry's touring.
I guess.
You know who's opening up for
now you don't
Katy
know?
Perry?
Even I'm not. No, hold
now
on.
you don't know?
I was more
You don't know
in-
Katy Perry's tour schedule?
Unfortunately, well, I know that Rebecca Black is joining her on tour.
It's Friday.
Yeah,
Let's
it is
open
Friday.
She's opening.
Which
Wow.
is, shows where the tour is at.
Dude, they stapled her to the tour to move units.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Would you spend? Juju, put it on the poll. Would you spend money to go watch Rebecca Black live in concert?
She did a boiler room set,
How much
too.
money? If I can get like a cheapish, like $30.
Well, what are they playing? What kind of venues are they playing?
I would imagine they're playing.
What kind of venues do you think they're playing?
Yeah, for Katy Perry, I would
Stadium?
imagine they're big.
Stadium
I would
status.
think it's arenas.
I think Kaseya, right?
That's pretty big.
That I would
Arenas?
probably
yeah, but it's
pay
struggling
for.
to sell.
Well, that makes sense. Like, I mean,
By the way, Barry Bonds led Major League Baseball in walks in 2007 as a 42-year-old. He had 132 walks. Aaron Judge last year, in one of the historically great seasons of all time in the middle of his prime, 133 walks.
dog.
People forget he's
People
good.
forget.
People forget how good
forget.
Aaron Judge is.
People forget how good Katy Perry was. She got a catalog.
2008,
I like
9,
her bag is
nobody
crazy.
better.
Her catalog is incredible.
Yeah, I liked her Super Bowl performance.
Teenage Dream, great album.
Killer.
I'm gonna tell you, man. It's like sometimes I always have these realizations late, like Jeremy realizing that Barry Bonds was actually a pretty good baseball player. That sometimes, like I remember, years ago. I went to Migos opening for Drake, and I was like,
So you went to a Drake.
I went to a Drake concert.
Okay.
But like they were like Migos is opening. I'm like, all right, what are they gonna do? Like Bad and Bougie and keep it moving. And then like they started like an hour and a half late. Which by the way,
That's
like,
showbiz, baby.
the union fines for
Dude,
being
they pulled that stuff at Lollapalooza.
the overages out the wazoo.
can't really-
Wow, this Rebecca Black has quite the rec.
They can't what?
I've never seen her before.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, she was a
that-
child before,
yeah.
so I don't.
It's also things that a straight guy can't say, I think.
Right, that's why I said it. You're welcome, guys.
You're gay?
There it is.
So
You were saying.
they go and they go song after song after song after song after song, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! I somehow didn't realize
Bangers.
And they make music.
No, but it's just like every song I knew
Is a hit.
and it is a hit, not like a deep cut or a B-side. Every song. So like, similarly, Katy Perry. I like Katy Perry. I'm not going to a Katy Perry concert. Then I started thinking about all the songs. I was like, yo, she got a lot of songs, man. She got a lot of songs. And now you're telling me people aren't going to go see Katy Perry, but they're going to go see Rebecca Black?
The people that are buying the tickets, yeah.
Oh, losers. Everything's ironic now.
Buy a ticket.
That's more said.
It's just her last album like totally flopped. So
I'm not there to hear her last album.
Pop music, you gotta kind of stay relevant. And the only person that's been able to do that, where they just like kind of bomb in for like, hey, I've been away for 15 years, has been Cher.
But here's the thing. I think there's a difference. You're saying Katy Perry's last album flopped. I'm thinking I'm not here for Katy Perry's new music. At this point, she's a legacy act, right? She's a nostalgia act.
Aren't we not over, but aren't we not listening to as much new music anymore because people aren't listening to the radio necessarily?
So there's a lot of music discovery with social media and like TikTok and whatnot. It's just like
Enter the Sandman.
She's in a weird place where she went a couple album cycles without a real huge hit. Kind of became a little bit of a joke.
Yeah, she got embarrassed recently.
Yeah.
Like her most recent singles have been trash.
You got the Dr. Luke stuff hanging over it. So
that's a big part of it.
Pop music is one of those things. Rihanna's going to be able to pull it off.
No, but
because she's like one of the biggest artists of all time.
But she's doing it. Like to me, there's like Beyonce's doing it. She's active.
The difference between going away and coming back, you're saying, of like genuinely not releasing a record for a decade and then trying to come back and make something new.
Like Mary J. Blige. I'm not going to Mary J. Blige to go listen to her new music. I want her to like play the hits. Do Wonderwall, basically.
I'll say an artist that I actually respect. I like Carly Rae Jepsen, but she had to keep it going to keep ascending in terms of venues, and now she's, a theater act.
Time out.
I don't think Mary J. Blige sang.
No, I know, but like that's a joke. I was doing a reference to something else. But
doing a thing.
People forget.
People forget. Yeah, people forget about Wonderwall. Carly Rae Jepsen had another song after "Call Me Maybe."
Carly Rae
she's like a
Jepsen's
big artist.
she plays Coachella. She plays festivals. She's got a lot of respect as a songwriter and as a music artist. She puts out good music.
I'm not here with the songwriter.
She did you often don't know like what she's writing. Like,
I don't trust it. Like that's what they do. They be like, "Oh, you like that huge hit song? I wrote that." Like, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it.
How about you sing it?
Yeah, number one, it was so great, and you're a singer. Why didn't you make it a hit? Why did you give it to someone else? Number one.
I'll give you an example of where it's a great singer that wrote a song and just someone was such a star, not even a better voice, but it just took it next level. And we'll use the recent example of Rihanna. Sia wrote Shine Bright Like a Diamond.
Yeah. Guess what? You know why?
But Sia's got a better voice.
No, she doesn't.
Than Rihanna?
What?
Come on, dude.
Isn't the Dream's a quality artist who writes a lot for
Is
others?
the what? Like you think Rihanna has a better voice than Sia?
No.
Okay.
No, I agree with you, Mike.
No, Sia's got like an all-time voice. All-time voice.
She just wails. That's what she does.
Wow. Excuse me?
Isn't she bulletproof, right? Isn't she bulletproof?
No, that's LaRue.
It's the same shit, man. Hey, guys, let's talk about hoops.
It is most
What are we doing?
Finally.
Man, I really thought that you wanted to keep talking about like female pop stars from 2009.
Yeah, well, you didn't buy a ticket, so we're not going to
Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift continues to make music, all popular at the same time.
That's to me, there's two piles. There's two piles. There's the pile where like I'm still doing this shit, and there's a pile like remember when I had the biggest hit in the world? Katy Perry's in the second pile.
Yes, but it's difficult for a woman in that age range in pop music to embrace the fact that she is now a nostalgia act.
Well, Lady Gaga, by the way, is the perfect example here of she was gigantic, has remained popular in terms of pop culture, but her music, people really did not like go crazy for the last couple of albums, but now she just released a new album that sounds a lot like the stuff she was making 15 years ago. And that was the perfect play because she's playing to the nostalgia of the beginning of her career while making new music and took the time off to act, which is sort of similar like to what Justin Timberlake did between Future Sex Love Sounds and then the 2020 experience, that same type of thing.
Hey, lady, it's your cousin, Sissy Gaga. You know that new song you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. And she plays her old music back to her. She's like, oh, snap, this is going to be the future right here.
Can we play a banger from 20 years ago? Roy, Gaga. Can you hit the stat of the week? Stat of the day?
Stat of the week.
Stat of the week.
Start of the day.
So it happens once a week.
It is the start of the day.
It's a short one.
Start of the day, start of the day. It is the start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is the start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. It is the start of the day.
Stat of the day is brought to you by NYX Professional Makeup. Shop now at NYXCosmetics.com or retailer near you.
You know what? Do we have a Venmo read too? Because I'm gonna find myself here. That's got to be $10, right? For calling it stat of the week. It's like I've never listened to this freaking show a day of my life. Like a week of your life. I'm sending $10. Go ahead, Jeremy.
People forget.
I forget.
The Minnesota Timberwolves are 11-0 in the last 11 games that Julius Randle has played.
Naturally.
So is he good or bad?
Is he better than Gobert? And what does that mean?
I got two of those guys that I don't know. I thought Julius Randle was bad.
Situationally.
So if you put a situational guy next to another situational guy, they've had 11 straight situations where like this really works.
In the right situation, it would be amazing.
You know what the situation where they're not good is? The playoffs.
But they eliminated the Nuggets last year. They made it to the Western Conference Finals. So like that really confused me because I was all on, okay, we'll find out about the T-Wolves here. And then I found out about the T-Wolves and they're pretty freaking great.
Well, as you bring up the T-Wolves and getting to the conference finals, it brings up a very important time in my life every year, which is right, like shortly after the All-Star break, but before the playoffs, I've got to start booking hotels for the finals. Because if you wait until we figure out what the finals matchup is going to be, they're either all sold out and you got to stay 20 minutes out of town, like me and Tony at Cleveland All-Star, or the hotels are like $900 a night. And so I've got a list here, guys, of cities that I deem to be finals worthy.
Is the top 5?
This is not a top 5 because I got way more than 5, and I don't know.
Wow,
you know what?
way more than 5.
Way more than 5 cities.
Wow.
Way more than 5 cities.
Does that mean I'm going to have to crash with you because I haven't booked anything?
See, there you go. You better start now. You still got time. You still got time. I'm going to run through these, but I'm going to start from most obvious to least obvious. Number 1, Cleveland.
Wow.
Look, it's the Eastern Conference, and also Cleveland's a smaller town. There's a handful of hotels, as we know, Tony.
You don't want to stay in Independence.
We don't want to stay in Independence again. So went in there, got my Cleveland hotels all booked up, great rates. Number 2, Oklahoma City.
Another small town.
Perhaps the smallest town on this list, or maybe not. Stay tuned. Number 3, and this one always has expensive prices no matter what, Boston.
People like going.
Boston that time of year, very popular. Very popular. During the 2022 finals, I actually did not book a Game 6 because I thought it would be over in 5. And so when Game 6 happened, every hotel was either sold out or legit $1,800 a night. And I'm talking about like for the Courtyard downtown, not for like the Ritz or anything like that. I ended up staying at a Courtyard that wasn't far. It was like, great. And it was like South End. And I was like, but it's gentrified. It'll be fine. And guess what I found out on that day, guys? Southeast still hasn't been gentrified in some places.
No kidding.
Oh, they were like, and it was.
And it let you know.
I walked into Dunkin' Donuts and it was like record scratch and everyone bloop, and we turned around and looked at me. I'm like, it's okay, just picking up a mobile order, and then kept it moving. Number 4, as much as it kills me to say this, Los Angeles.
Really? No.
I don't think they're going to make the finals, but if they do make the finals and I wait to book my hotel, I'm going to be staying like by the airport.
Don't know what to make of them yet.
I know it. They're not
you're going from most obvious to least obvious, and you've got the Lakers at number 4 right behind Boston.
Yeah.
That means you think they are a top 4 potential team.
You know what?
To make the finals.
That's a good point. Number 4 is not Lakers.
You were thinking of just geographically what would be hardest to get hotel rooms if you needed to.
You could have been bullish on the Clippers,
but also the chance of happening, right? I'll give you an example of someone who's not on the list. Houston's not on the list. Houston's not on the list. Houston, big sprawling city. Geographically, if I don't get one of those hotels downtown, I'm screwed. But I'm saying, guess what? Not going to happen.
Tony, is this the hoops talk you were hoping for?
Yeah, slightly.
It's an intro.
We're doing
An insight here.
We're doing some sort of hoops.
Okay, so number 4 actually should have been Denver. I don't give a shit who they lost to. I don't give a shit how many people left. As long as that big Serbian somebody is out there, they got a good chance.
Unless they run into Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, the good one, the situational one.
The situational one.
Over 7 games?
Number 5. Now I'm getting to Lakers. Number 6.
It's a 2-for-1 though. Clippers can get hot.
Exactly. True. They were hot the other night. Zubac, the next coming of Shaq. Number 6, and this one, pretty controversial. Memphis.
Whoa. Over
a lot of other teams.
Over a lot of other
Over
teams.
the Bay?
Well, hold on.
No, but it's just like
he's doing a thing.
I know he's doing a thing, but
Grind
Memphis,
City.
God chose Memphis.
Memphis, because A, they're really good, but B, there's like 2 hotels. There are 2 hotels in Memphis.
Yeah.
There are 2 of them.
Did you also say at the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid? I think they might have some rooms there.
I'm not staying at the Bass Pro Shop.
That one of the world's largest pyramids?
Yes.
I think it is.
It is. Number 7. Now I'm getting to the Bay. Because they have hotel options.
You can stay in Sausalito, too.
They've got a lot of hotel options.
Sausalito's beautiful this time of year.
Number 8. Milwaukee.
The AC downtown.
Yep. Me and Tony have adventures.
Forum.
And number 9, and I put them at number 9 just to piss people off, the Knicks.
You really have the Lakers ahead of Memphis, Golden State, and even I guess the Knicks is probably on the same level.
I don't. If you ask me who's going to win the championship, I'm going to say Golden State over the Lakers.
That would be an amazing finals. It's probably going to be a first-round matchup.
I'm saying if I had to pick. And also, I've been looking for the out.
Well,
I just wanted the out. I wanted a declarative statement.
Jeremy, tell us the top 5 that you've got coming up.
Top 5 situational guys coming at you in the Big Suey.
All right, I know I got to do this ad read, but hold on. Let me reapply. Did you hear that? Yep, that's my new favorite lip gloss from NYX Cosmetics. Now I'm ready to talk to you. I've been a huge fan of NYX Cosmetics for many years now. In fact, I use their Thick It, Stick It brow gel every single day. So you can imagine my excitement when we recently received a special delivery to the Batard studios from our friends over at NYX Cosmetics. And there it was. When I opened the box, glowing, I heard the angels sing, "Ah." It's their latest lip gloss fat oil lip drip. It's NYX Cosmetics' first lip oil of its kind. This creamy lip oil will have your lips dripping with fat perks. You get all the shine of a lip gloss and none of the stickiness while experiencing 12-hour hydration. I'm usually a matte lip gloss kind of gal. My normal go-to is NYX Cosmetics lip gloss, the Lingerie XXL. But after applying the status update shade, I have found my new go-to lip gloss. Fat Oil Lip Drip has high shine finish with comfortable wear and none of the sticky texture. A lip product that's hydrating, non-sticky, and only $9? Now that's a win. Try Fat Oil Lip Drip from NYX Professional Makeup. Available in 14 universally flattering shades. Find your perfect Fat Oil Lip Drip. Shop now at NYXCosmetics.com or a retailer near you.